Let's see. Your second question was about my cell phone. First... Did it not go? My controller's working? Okay, there it goes. Or alternatives to it, I suppose. Working out is difficult for me. It requires many things I do not like to do. First, I have to go out into the world. I particularly do not like gyms. I know there are more solitary ways to exercise. I do walk a lot. Walking is probably the way I get most of my exercise. But in terms of having a dedicated workout routine, it would be difficult just because of having to do it in public. And plus, I just do not like extremely intense physical exertion. It is inconvenient and painful. And I know that's not really an excuse, but I just don't like it. And in any event, I'm not sure how effective it would be as an alternative to my unfortunate habit. That is more of a spur-of-the-moment thing, typically. And working out requires so much preparation. So I am not sure. There probably is some good alternative to my habit, but I don't think exercise is it anyway. The search will have to continue. But thank you for your thoughtful email. Your English is quite fluent.
Next!
Hi, no clue if you are still responding to emails, but if you are, can you ask Natsuki what her favorite JoJo part is and why? Thank you!
Oh, a lot of moments to pick here. Unless you mean season. My favorite JoJo season is 2, followed by 5. I also really like 4. But if you mean my favorite moment, even though I meme about it a lot, my favorite moment is Caesar giving the last of his heart on to Joseph. Gets a little dusty in the room every time that happens. It's just such an epic moment. Great question, bud. Next!
Happy Pride Month plus 1 day. I don't know how prominent Pride Month is over in computer Japan, and to be honest, it's not that big where I live, but it's important to me and a lot of my online friends. So, themed questions. Have any of you played Tormuse's Pride mod? I did, and I liked it a lot. I know you all have mixed opinions on fanfiction on yourself, though. Do any of you have any friends that are non-binary? This is probably weird to ask and it's too personal, but I don't know any people like me in real life. But I wanted to know how things are in your world. Thanks for your reading. Thank you for reading.
Pride Month is perhaps not as big here as it is in some places, but it does exist. Yes, Yuri and I both played that mod. I thought it was a fun, light-hearted one. The premise is basically that everyone in the Third Club is gay, which is a fun premise. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's just a very light mod, and I think that works well.
Yes, it is not quite true that everyone in the club is LGBTQ+, but it was a fun mod to watch. Plus, I think it's important that mods with such representation get made. There are many that are just a male MCO player stand-in with a girl or girls, and while that can be good, even limiting it to just one or just romance stories, one does occasionally wish for variety. So I was very pleased to see that mod.
Sounds pretty based. I know one non-binary person who's a friend of Fuyuki, and I think there's one in the high school, but other than that, no one yet. We also want to meet an NP person, though. Next!
I've binged season 1 through 3 over the past few weeks, and it was a wild ride to say the least. I've really enjoyed it so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen next in season 4. Quick question for everyone, what Michael Jackson songs do you like, and what MJ album is your favorite, if any? My personal favorites are Stranger in Moscow, which is a beautiful song, and Too Bad, not a single to Bad, which I feel is pretty underrated. Favorite album is actually Dangerous, though not History, which is where those two songs come from. Every MJ album is really good, though. Sorry if I rambled for a bit. Hope you're all doing great, and can I also have an invite to the Discord server as well?
I guess let's get fast reactions to this one. I don't know well enough to know albums, but Smooth Criminal is definitely my favorite.
I like Thriller. I also like Thriller.
My favorite Michael Jackson song is Man in the Mirror.
And mine is PYT.
Well, emailer, I know MJ well enough to have a meaningful discussion, unlike the musically illiterate people here. Thriller and The Bad are the big two, obviously, and they do have a ton of really good songs on them. Thriller has the best songs on it, but Bad is the better overall album, I'd say. But my favorite album is actually Off the Wall. Not all the songs are popular anymore, but man, they're super good. They still have kind of a disco sound to them. But it's a really good thing in this case. Great album, pure genius. My favorite song is probably Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I have a soft spot for Remember the Time also, even though it's objectively probably not as good. Thanks for writing in, bud. On to the next.
Holy crap, it has been a minute since I posed a question to y'all. But now I got two I think should be somewhat thought-provoking. First question is for everyone. If you were to rent an apartment with someone else in the club, who would your roomie be? MC and Sayori, as well as Natsuki and Yari, are invalid combinations as that is the ideal ending of your relationships with each other. However, 3 people in an apartment or living alone are allowed. Second question is for Sayori and MC if he knows the answer. What's your usual McDonald's order? I am inclined to say you take a 6-piece McNugget, medium fry, medium American-sized drink of soda pop, and maybe an ice cream sundae. Sincerely yours, Joshua. Crazy Josh.
Okay, so for this one we have to be roomies with someone, and someone we're not dating. That's easy for me. I want to be roomies with Monica. Yeah, just as easily for me, I would want to be roommates with Sayori. What a bright life that would be.
Look, no one should take this the wrong way, but I'd pick MC. It'd just be really cool to be roommates with a fellow gamer. It's probably worth all the downsides of living with boys.
I have no way to not pick a girl to be a roommate. There's no getting away from an awkward choice here. But yeah, I'll go with Natsuki as well. Hopefully I wouldn't regret it.
And why would you ever regret it?
Volume?
Yeah, that might be fair.
For me, it is a choice between Monica and Messina. Sayori and MC are wonderful, but they would be, through no fault of their own, more disruptive of my solitude than Monica or Messina would be, I feel. In the end, I think it would have to be Monica. She understands me very well. And so does Messina, but Monica I have known a very long time. Understandable. It would definitely be Yuri for me. Of all the people in the literature club, I feel most similar to her. And she seems like the quietest, most polite roommate of the lot. No offense to the rest of you.
It wants to know me, and MC's McDonald's order.
It wants to know me, did you seriously call them an it?
20-piece McNuggets and a large Coke.
Yeah, she always gets that. Sometimes she does a 10-piece McNugget with fries instead if she's less hungry, but that's rare. As for me, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to eat at McDonald's, honestly. I mean, I like fast foods as much as the next person, but nothing McDonald's is really appeals to me at all, I guess. Sometimes I'm also in a Nuggets mood and I get them too. And I dig some of their breakfast sandwiches, I guess. But other than that, I don't really have a favorite. McDonald's is not my first fast food choice. Thanks for the writing again, Josh. Last time I ate chicken nuggets, they gave me a tummy ache, so I don't get them. Hi, Ronnie, Sayo, Security, and Yuri. Quick question. Would either one of you, if not all of you, go on a date with me, and what would be your reasoning behind going out with me?
Sorry, bud, I'm taken. Plus, I don't really know, anything about you at all. I mean, I know you know a ton about us, but you gotta see that from our perspective. Even if you're super cool, we can't really, see that, you know? Or know much of anything about you. So that makes it hard to form attachments.
I'm sure they're perfectly nice. And if I weren't also taken, I would give it a try. But, we have a boyfriend.
And I have a girlfriend. But even if I did not, I would be very hesitant to date someone I did not know extremely well. That would be alarming and a little scary for me, as I'm sure you're not surprised to learn. Perhaps if I got to know you better, but it is a moot point.
Not gonna ask if MC would take them, huh?
They probably do not swing that way, as you would say.
Yeah, but guess they also aren't interested in Messina.
That's okay, a lot of people aren't.
Don't say that.
I would date you, of course. That's because you're the only real thing in my life. Literally real, that is. And you're still here. Still with me. So obviously you care. And that means a lot to me. So yes, of course I would.
But you don't even know them, Monica. God, I'll never forget this about you.
I know all I need to know.
Next!
To one of my favorite streamers. Streamers? Please don't bother to read this out loud, it's not worth wasting your voice on. To all of you. 1. If you could have any accessory from any game or movie or whatever, what would it be? For me, I think my choice of accessory would be the amnesia pen from the Guys in the Dark Suits movie. 2. If you knew that a platformer game was designed to be, and advertised itself as, unfair, would you play it anyways? I've played and beaten the Unfair Platformer, a Flash game, made by Eggy Games, so it's safe to say that I might. A #DGR, a tuber and streamer troll level on Italian Leap Guy builder, on the other hand, not a chance. 3. Well, of text inbound. Feel free to not answer this one, especially as I don't want one of my favorite streamers to ruin their voice. If a robot that you built yourself then lost long ago that recently came back into your possession referred to you as the appropriate parental figure, mommy or daddy, when it got reactivated from power saving mode, how would you feel about that, assuming that you hadn't originally programmed it to do that? I couldn't answer that question myself, but a video game character from one of the games I play found it rather endearing when it happens to them. And 4, do you think that my thinly veiled references will safely avoid illegal infringement? Best regards, even though I know that you're all virtual characters, Samaj.
Okay, quick-fire questions. Any accessory from any IP? I'm gonna go with the Apple of Eden from Assassin's Creed. First thing that popped into my head.
You wouldn't use that for evil, no, you would use that for evil.
Yup!
I guess Aladdin's lamp? Hard to think of these on the spot, actually.
The depression cure from the magicians.
The 2 trees of Valinor.
Wow, big ask.
Yes, well, it did say anything. The tape that has the secret of nuclear fusion from Escape from New York.
On brand!
The reality portal that some other DDLC mods have, but it's real.
Cool, would you play a completely unfair platformer? Yes, because I am a gamer!
No, I hate platformers.
Yes, but I'd probably give up.
No, not interested.
Also not interested.
Same, no interest.
So I'm the only one who would beat it. Lastly, look, usually I can figure out the reference, but for this one I have no idea. Sounds like it's a video game, but I don't remember that happening in a game I played. It sounds sort of familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. Anyway, yeah, I'd probably want to take in a robot that did that and care for it.
Me too.
Yep.
Definitely.
It'd be cruel not to. I agree.
So that's the unanimous opinion of the club. Finally, I'm no legal expert, but I'm pretty sure you're allowed to just, say Men in Black or whatever, bud. So I wouldn't sweat it. Catch you on the flip side, Samaj. Definitely have no idea what your actual first name is.
How many more are there, Monica? I know you all are youthful and vigorous, but I am an ancient pile of rotting bones and I need my sleep.
Just one more.
All right.
Last!
Last email. Hello everyone, I hope this email finds you well. I'm a little behind in playing through this mod, so apologies if this has been asked before, but I've been wondering. I've noticed that quite a number of the people writing to you in this mod have a habit of addressing you in very familiar terms, asking intrusive questions about private matters and offering unsolicited advice on uncomfortable topics. How do you feel about getting these kinds of messages from people you've never met? If it was me, I think I'd be pretty uncomfortable. All the best to you, Tormuse.
Oh, it's Tormuse.
How wonderful.
Tormuse is the creator of many wonderful DDLC mods, such as CRE 6 Note of Suicide, which is one of my favorites, and also Storm, which is a very good theory-centered mod. For me, I don't really mind the intrusive questions. It is part of the window of interaction I get with the real world. And so I do not mind getting very personal. What about everyone else?
I used to be rather bothered by some of the questions we got, but over time I got used to it. It's honestly not that bad when the people whose questions you're answering are people you will never meet in real life and can't really have any effect on you whatsoever. It's honestly a little bit like talking to a journal or diary. As I became more interested in the real life world, I actually got quite used to talking about myself and my problems around the people from your world. So I also do not mind.
It's always been at least a little weird for me.
Hold on. The Rare Club meeting's typo. Oh my goodness. Always been least a little? God, they're slipping.
Usually I don't have any problem with the questions, but some of them go a little far, I think. You have to remember that we don't really know you. So even though you know us pretty well, maybe it's best to think of us as friendly acquaintances. And ask us questions that work at that level of familiarity.
Yeah, Monica showed me some of the questions she filters out, and some of you guys really have trouble with the idea that we exist in a computer and not in your world. Or even problems with basic respect in some cases. Like Yuri says, over time you really do get used to it and just roll with the punches, I guess. But so far as I think about it, sometimes people do get pretty weird with the questions and it can weird you out. But fortunately, for the most part, people are super nice and ask cool questions.
Sometimes questions make me kinda uncomfortable. Usually they don't, but sometimes. But I answer them all anyway. I mean, it's a weird situation we're in here, so, what's the deal with making it a little weirder, I guess?
You do not need to feign strength, beloved. If you do not ask people to change behaviors, they will not.
It's fine, for real. Back a few semesters ago, I was a lot more weirded out by stuff like that. But I'm totally fine now. I don't mind a few friggin' pieces of text that can't hurt me.
If you say so. Yes, Tormuse, I was also a little taken aback by some of the things people have asked the club. It's strange to me, because either you view us all as real people or you don't. And from where I sit, you should not, by the way. But if you do, why would you ask a real person some of these questions? Surely I hope you wouldn't ask some of these questions to people you know in real life. Some of the questions are downright disrespectful. Remember that these are very young people who have been through pretty severe trauma. You need to treat them appropriately. I know that to you they're celebrities of a sort, but even so, be nice. But fortunately, most of you are. Case in point, this very email, which shows a genuine concern. The club is lucky to have so many conscientious viewers, I suppose is the right word. So please continue to be conscientious and mindful.
And with that, I think everyone is ready for bed.
Yep, everybody out.
Teach needs her bedtime time.
Yes, she does. Out.
Good night, Hallie. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. And that is as good a place as any to stop before we finish this out. Next time, oh whoop, I picked the wrong thing. That was the mailbag again. We're going to resume next time with the remaining bonus features that we have not viewed. And then when we do that, that will be it for club meetings. I'm going to save over this one. Sure. There, that'll do it. That's going to do it for now. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll catch you next time with what is likely the end of Club Meetings Season 3. Hope you see you then. Bye-bye.